The movie begins with a meadow can be seen showing up on the screen. Through the narration, we get to know the time being shown is that of 1981 and the area is some rural place in Ireland. The camera showcase a girl hiding inside a bush. In the background, kids can be heard calling out her name, Cait. The scene then moves forward having fun interacting with her siblings. As the morning comes, her father lights up a cigarette in frustration. Cait is one of many siblings living with her destitute and uncaring parents in a small house because of the number of children and with no stable source of income. The parents also struggle to fulfill their daily needs and feed them properly. The worst condition is shown when Cait and her siblings don't even get proper lunch for their school. After some time the mother can be seen holding a positive pregnancy kit. Cait comes back home, giving her a letter. As the mother reads the letter, she finds out it from her distant cousin, Eileen, who mentions how with her enormous love for her cousin and seeing their progressively declining conditions, she is willing to help them out. Her parents do oblige to send Cait, as known as their quiet daughter, to live with middle-aged distant cousin Eileen Cynthia Locke and Sinan, her husband. She has a look of disapproval and sadness on her face as she sits quietly in the backseat. Eileen then can be seen entering the frame, as she opens the car door for Cait. She welcomes her with open arms. She took her to the kitchen and tries to have small talk with her. Seeing her being a little unresponsive, she started to ask about her mother and what she has been doing lately. But before Cait could answer, John and Sean entered the kitchen. Eileen focuses on preparing the meal. Before she could serve, John arrogantly told them how they can have Cait as long as they want, and even if they want they can put her to work. Rather shocked by his reply, Eileen holds her patience and replies that they are really happy to have Cait with them. As he gets up to leave, Eileen stops them and hands over him some lotus to give up her cousin from her end. He bids his goodbye and without caring any less, he simply throws away the flowers. As the car sees going away, Eileen realizes he never handed him over Cait's bag. Regardless of this, she takes Cait for a bath, talks to her, and lovingly scrunches off her body. She makes him wear some clothes too big for her, but she nonetheless told her she looks pretty in them and leaves. The scene shifts to the morning where Eileen can be seen taking her deep into the forest. She makes her drink water from a well on the property, explaining how the well has healing powers. But she forbade her not to go there alone as it is really deep. The scene moves forward and as the nightfall with Cait asleep, Eileen can be seen watching her, whispering how if she has been her child, she wouldn't have been left in a stranger's house. As the morning comes, at the breakfast table Eileen can be seen asking her husband if she can take Cait and show her around the farm. But he hesitates and makes up an excuse of how he has a lot of work around the farm. Disappointed, Eileen keeps Cait with her and starts showing her how to do different home chores. The obedient Cait can be seen simply obliging her. Her husband can be seen being distant from both of them. He comes into the dining room but without even greeting her, he drinks his coffee and leaves. A few days later, an emergency arrives in her neighborhood, forcing Eileen to leave. Sean still takes Cait with him to the other side of the farm but he still ignores her and starts cleaning the barren. Feeling bored, Cait wanders off. After some time, when Sean realizes how she has disappeared, he began panicking and start looking for her. He finds her in a storeroom, looking through things. Relieved to find her, he still yells at her for disappearing and asks her not to go anywhere without informing him. As the movie progresses, Sean can be seen trying to bond with her. Cait now can be seen running even to get letters from the mailbox. One day, Sean comes to tell his wife and foster daughter to be ready as he will be taking them to town. Eileen takes her to a shop where she dries different dresses as joy beams from her face. After their shopping, they return home only to find their neighbor at their door, continuously crying and wiping off her face. As the couple rushes off to her, she informs them how her father is no more. Sean left with her to prepare for the funeral, leaving both Eileen and Cait alone. The duo can be seen standing by the window as the storm approach. Eileen asks Cait if she has ever seen a dead person, to which she replies no. The scene shifts and then both of them can be seen approaching the casket, where Cait gets frightened. Eileen calms her, saying a dead person cannot harm. Sitting there, Cait looks restless. One of their neighbors, Una, offer can look after Cait for a few hours. Hesitant at first, but Eileen agrees. On their way back, Una asks Cait a lot of personal questions about the couple but gets no encouraging responses. She tells her how they had a boy who died drowning a few times before Cait arrived. Hearing this, she gets upset. As soon as they reach Una's house, Sean arrives at the door to pick up Cait. He expresses his gratitude to Una for looking after his girl and then asks Cait to sit inside the car. Later, seeing Cait's reserved demeanor, Evelyn asked her what she and the neighbor discussed. At first, Cait doesn't say anything, but when Evelyn insists, Cait reveals that she was told about their lost child. The Kinselas are devastated, but they don't deny Una's words. The scene shifts and after reaching home, Sean asked Cait to put on a coat and takes her to the beach nearby. He sits alongside her and tells her that Evelyn is the friendliest person in the world and she is always happy to help others. However, rather than getting appreciation for what she does, she always gets backlash. While returning home, Cait notices 3 ships returning to shore and becomes happy. As the days pass by, the little girl can be seen enjoying being around her new parents. However, one day Cait runs to the mailbox and returns with a letter from her mother. Sean reads the letter and informs Cait that her mother has given birth to a baby boy of 8 pounds and 6 ounces. With her pregnancy now over, Laura has asked Evelyn to send Cait back home as it is time for the new school year to begin. While Cait, Evelyn, and Sean all mutely lament their separation, the couple is obligated to bring Cait back to her family. All of them look gloomy and pick at their breakfasts. In the meantime, one of Sean's neighbors arrives at their door asking for help to pull their calf, which is stuck in something. Sean immediately leaves with his neighbor, asking Evelyn to complete the farm chores. They rush off together. Cait realizes that she needs to help Evelyn and goes to fetch some water from the well while Evelyn is performing the farm chores. Cait heads towards the well alone. Unfortunately, while filling the bucket with water, Cait gets pulled inside the well. After a while, Evelyn returns, but when she does not find a little girl around, she starts panicking. She eventually finds a soaking wet and upset Cait returning from the well. Seeing that, she rushes towards her and comforts her. Unfortunately, the incident leads to Cait catching a cold and she starts sneezing. With this, Sean suggests they keep Cait for a couple of days and return her home. When she is completely fine, but Evelyn refuses to do so. The next morning, the couple drive Cait back to her house. Despite being away for over a month, Laura shows no excitement at seeing her daughter and simply welcomes Evelyn and Sean to their filthy house as she prepares tea for them. Laura informs them that Cait's father hasn't returned home for a couple of days. Evelyn and Sean address the other girls living there and offer to help to add to the chaos. Moments later, Cait's father also arrives home and instantly scolds Cait for sneezing. He even screams at the Kinsellas for not taking proper care of their daughter. Evelyn and Sean are expectedly enraged, but they do not say a word after returning all of Cait's belongings. They say their goodbyes before departing. They tell the family that they are always happy to have Cait and that she can come to stay whenever she wants. Cait watches Evelyn and Sean drive off with teary eyes and suddenly start sprinting after the car. After running for a while, she eventually manages to catch up with them. Sean notices her running, and as soon as Cait approaches him, he hugs her tightly. Evelyn tears up in the back seat as the foster father and daughter hurry to embrace one another. When Cait peeks over Sean's shoulder, she sees her father irately approaching them. She calls out "Daddy" to make Sean aware of his approaching presence. The movie ends with Cait pausing for a moment and repeating the word "Daddy," acknowledging that she sees Sean as her real father figure. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe for more epic videos. We will see you at the next one.